And at this time tomorrow, I perform virtuous deed with body, speech, and mind. And then page 5. In the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha most excellent, I take refuge until enlightenment is reached. By the merit of generosity and other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the sake of all sentient beings. In the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha most excellent, I take refuge until enlightenment is reached. By the merit of generosity and other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the sake of all sentient beings. In the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha most excellent, I take refuge until enlightenment is reached. By the merit of generosity and other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the sake of all sentient beings. May all mother sentient beings boundless the sky have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be liberated from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they never be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. May all mother sentient beings, boundless the sky, have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be liberated from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they never be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. May all mother sentient beings, boundless the sky, have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be liberated from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they never be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. See, page 11, I think. Unequal refuge, ornament of the wall. Your fame pervades the 3,000 walls. You are the victor, Vajradhara, without doubt. I bow at the feet of Father Jigten Sungkun. Continually I think of no one but you. Compassionate one, grant your blessings. Dismiss the darkness that surrounds my heart. Please bless me so that I realize unlimited of your mind. And then page 22. I pray to the glorious Lama, master of the 4 Buddha's bodies, crown jewel of the entire Drikung Kagyu, leader of sentient beings, teacher of the ultimate path, Lord of compassion, region of the Buddha, of peerless kindness, incomparable teacher, Vajradhara, heed my prayer, great Drikung. I pray to you, look upon me with the compassion, empower me with the blessings, the 2 attainments bestow now, support and establish the 2 benefits, here bestow the fruit. Okay, thank you. Okay, first we take a, again, please take a deep breath and exhale all the tension and just relax and be here in this moment and at this place. And we appreciate the opportunity we got to study, practice the precious Dharma teaching. And then just breathe naturally and take the breath as the object. Breathe out and in through nostril. And we just do a short meditation on this. So now we are studying the jewel ornament of liberation, the book which describes the all the complete sutra system in one book, one individual to start the journey towards the enlightenment, Buddhahood. So in this there are 21 chapters. So in this 21 chapter, now we are in the chapter 17, the perfection of the wisdom awareness. As mentioned at the other days, that this is how to, this is the method that through this path we study, practice, and then through that it gives us our wisdom, awareness to see how the samsara is kind of created. And then within that, in the samsara, no matter what we do, is even the name of spirituals, no, it's just a part of samsara, and it is because of that the suffering is unending. Suffering is bound to come. It's just there. So through this study practice, Dharma gives us opportunity how to dismantle this nature of this samsara, starting from the impermanence. When you look at all the nature of phenomena, their nature is impermanent, transitory nature, changing all the time without stopping. So that's impermanence. We know it's impermanent, but we don't aware how it is impermanent, how it is changing. So if we see everything's changing every moment, and the changing taking place according to the cause, whatever cause we created, and that kind of according to that cause is just changing. So look at this. It's just a manifestation. It's just, we were born and we die. We meet, we separate. We collect and it consumes or dissipates. We build, construct, and it falls down. So look at this. And by seeing this, we choose what's the best thing to do. The precious human life has every possibilities, opportunity, and it can capture the ultimate goal, result. So since we have this precious human life, then we just are using our wisdom awareness, discernments, get the best judgment, what's the best result or benefit we should choose to achieve. Since we keep our life busy, every day we're doing something. Just look at what's the best thing to do. We do all these things to free from suffering, to have peace and happiness. It's the reality nature of appreciation beings. So we who have precious human life and having the Dharma, all the knowledges, including Dharma, we have. So look at what the best choice we have. What should we utilize this human life in the best way for the solution. This is why we reflect on the impermanence. It's not just reflecting impermanence. Because of impermanence, it's changing. Because of it's changing, we should change in the best way. Disentangle all the cause of suffering. We should disentangle from the cause of all the suffering and adopt the best method or path to bring peace and happiness. This is nothing to do with spiritual or non-spiritual. Educated, uneducated. It is something that reality nature, what we should do the best. Then reflect on the samsara, suffering nature. Everyone in the world is state of suffering. Either they have suffering or suffering of change, or under the condition of suffering. Look at this. Gives us wisdom how to see these things. So by seeing this nature, then it gives us such a great choice how to free from suffering, how to achieve enlightenment. So that's what's called sense of renunciation. Renunciation doesn't mean don't eat, don't wear clothes, don't do things. Renunciation means no attachment to the samsara. The mind is bounced in the place of the samsara. The mind is making connection towards the enlightenment. In other words, releasing the cause of suffering and adopting all the cause of peace and happiness, especially for enlightenment. That's called renunciation. So get this kind of a sense of strong renunciation. For this purpose, we study, contemplate, investigate the nature of the impermanence, nature of the samsara. And that which the happiness and suffering is manifest without cause, or incomplete cause, or from wrong cause. It manifests from the right cause, complete cause. This direct connection, the result and the cause, the causality. The cause is the one which rules the whole universe. And we individually have created the cause. We see this. So there is individual cause, a collective cause. Individual cause is my own. I cannot share that with others. That cause, what I've created, I have the responsibility. And then the collective cause, there's so many collective cause, collective cause. There can be collective cause of 2 people, or small group of people, big group of people, state, county, and country, and internationally. So there's a collective cause. So see these things. The cause is very profound subject. Each step we create a cause. The first step is the cause for the second step. The second step is the cause for the third step. The third step is the cause for the second step, like that. Our breathing out is the cause to breathe in. Breathing in is the cause to breathe out. So this all, every activities will take place is the cause that we create. Every movement of the mind, constantly moving of the movement of the mind, the cause that we create, and we experience the result. So look at the subtlety of the causality. It's so decisive. Every individual cause that we created, the result will manifest distinctively, without any mistake, without any confusion. This kind of study, understanding that what Buddha taught is so important that we are aware of. We should pay attention, look very closely, and then we know what to do and how to do. And this is a universal, but Buddha fully kind of penetrated without any hidden. Everything is very obvious in the Buddha's mind. From that wisdom taught all these teachings. So here we have that kind of opportunity. This is the foundation on the reflecting in the impermanence and the suffering of samsara and the causalities of the universe, both samsara and nirvana. For because of this, we study, practice Dharma to dismantle the cause of samsara and construct the palace of enlightenment. And this gives us the comfort, joy. So I'm so fortunate I got this kind of opportunity. See these things. Then on the basis of this, see, since we have not perfected in this study practice, that's where we take refuge in the Buddha Dhamma Sangha. Since this is shared by every sentient beings, whether they are aware or not aware, we are all in the same boat. That's where we cultivate loving kindness and compassion. That's where we cultivate bodhicitta. This is what is called Buddha's teaching. This is what we study, practice. This is how we get free from delusions, cause of suffering. It's how crucial. This kind of teaching should maintain all the time, no matter what kind of the society changes, culture is changes. Nothing to do with the culture, lifestyle. It's all depends on the causality. Like our body maintains on the base of all the causality. Like the house maintained depend on all the causes and conditions. Likewise, all the society, whole world is maintained on the causes and conditions. So look at this. As I mentioned, this makes the foundation for our study and practice the Dharma teachings. Then there's no wavering. No. We always need to inspire ourselves, rejoice ourselves. No matter what happens, no matter what kind of thought rises in the mind, if you lose interest, when you reflect back to this, then you are not interested in Dharma. It's very temporary. You have to renew it, go forward, step by step. And then it is guaranteed to achieve enlightenment. It's just a matter of time, because we have the Buddha nature. The complete seed we have, like in the mustard seed has oil. If we're interested, or if we know there's oil in the mustard seed, and then if we follow how to produce the oil from the seed, it's just a matter of time. We can produce the oil from the seed because it's oil. So like that, just meditate, rejoice. Always put our interest in this and feel fortunate because of the causality. Depends on the many causes and conditions. Those who don't have enough cause conditions, they don't get chance to study, practice the Dharma. So those who we got the opportunity, appreciate, rejoice, and always inspire, go forward. So as you see now, in this dual ornament of liberation, the first, how to identify Buddha nature within everyone has. Then within that, those who awaken family, who belong to Mayan family. That much is not enough. Then also it explains what kind of foundation we need, what kind of cause we should create, and then identifying what bodhicitta is, its essence, nature, identifying Buddha bodhicitta. And to cultivate this, all the steps, it goes step by step. So you see, as I mentioned, it's not just a, fanciful mind. It's not just a fanciful mind. It's not just imaginary. It is something that we have to create within the mind with all the complete gathering of the causes and conditions. Look at this. As I mentioned, it's not just being a nice person. is being practical, relevant. So then once we cultivated the mind, aspiration, bodhicitta, engagement or action mind, and all the training take place. There are 5 subtitles on how to train the aspiration, bodhicitta. There's 6 topics which trains the action, bodhicitta. Now we are in the 6th section, the section of perfection. See, so you see how this book is so skillfully and just right amount gives the complete instruction. So precious, you see, really. So look at this. So wisdom awareness, as I mentioned, is not just collection of informations. This is how to reveal your inner incisive awareness, the profound, the deep, unobstructed mind. From within that mind, then we use our, say, the clear mind, used our judgment on the base, on the validity. So what's the real cause of samsara? What means ignorance? See, misunderstanding, misperception. What that is, the 2 selves, the person self and the phenomena selves. The 2 selves, person self and the phenomena self. The person self is continued our kind of our mind which habituated attachment to this continuity of the 5 aggregates, relation to these five aggregates. So I, a unique, kind of like looks like a permanent. Yesterday I was there. Today I am here. Tomorrow I'll go there. So they're kind of a unique, permanent, independent kind of mentality. We have the mind holding, grasping on that. Very sensitive. Nobody should touch that. No. So that's kind of continuity holding. It's called ignorance. That's misunderstanding. No. So here's here. Now investigate whether this exists or not as we perceive in our mind. It exists by itself or from other or from both or in the 3 times or in the name, body, mind. See, we went through step by step. If it exists by itself, it cannot become a cause, because cause, to become a cause, there should have a result. Without result, how you can be called cause? The mother, when you call mother, there should have a child. Without children, we cannot call as mother. When you call child, then they should have a mother. So how it can exist? And itself cannot become an act to itself. When you act, there is a subject and object. Without subject and object, there's no any action. So through this analysis, so just need a very sharp mind. This is the very critical demarcation. Without this kind of sharpness of mind, if we cannot thoroughly understand, then our Dharma practice, I don't know, it can be cause of enlightenment, but not the direct cause for the enlightenment. So say, look at this. This is a empirical analysis to call. This is a quantum physics kind of way of penetrating, but looking inside more, not outside there. Because when you could uproot this, the nature of the selflessness, then there is no basis of ignorance. See? When you see there's no ignorance or self exists, then there's no basis, attachment, aversion. So that's just analyzing here with a very sharp mind. So past is not exist. It said it's like a rotten seed. Means it's gone, finished. Future is not come yet. That's what Carl is saying. The son of barren woman. This does not exist. We say tomorrow. Tomorrow never comes today. Because tomorrow is always tomorrow. It's today. This today is just so momentary. No? So when you say it exists now, means the action, again mentioned here, action and actor. The actor is present, and the action is future. The subject is future. So how future and present together, how it can exist? It cannot exist. So through this sharp analysis, look at the mind. See it itself does not exist. Then look at the body, it's mentioned there, it's not exist. Look at the mind, look at the name, it's not exist. Look at the mind, you cannot find your mind. So how it can exist? Look at this. So these are some special method how to investigate, analyze. So these are, you see, it is very important to have a very good shamatha, meditative concentration. When our mind is more meditate, make the mind calm, peaceful, then there's a greater chance to see more directly. See? So this is how to refute the person self. Now phenomena self, so this is a two, outside and inside the mind. No? Outside is all this universe, the ground, which is composed of all the dust particle. No? Now there's some, even in Buddhist school, there's some say, the Vivasaka, Sotantrika school say, there should be some basis to compose it, to function this whole universe, the gross mountain, tree, all this. So the smallest, which cannot be divided anymore, is called the dust particle. So that dust particle is the smallest one, which becomes the basis to compose it all this gross. Now there's argument, debate, see, whether this smallest dust particle can be divided or not. First say, it is one or many. This whole universe is one or many. So one, the smallest dust particle, if that smallest dust particle has direction or not, east, south, west, north, up and down, or not. If it has, still this you can divide. Until it's complete dead end, not exist. Then when it's not exist, there's no direction. So in that case, it's not exist. And it's if this whole universe is composed of many dust particles, so if there's one is exists, then you can say collection of the many of one to create this whole universe. The first place, there's no one is exist. How it can then say many? So through this kind of analysis, through this practice, contemplation, then you see this all just illusion. That's what's called. If it really exists, we cannot say it's illusion, It's a mirage. It's just your mental reflection. So this is the way finish up to this. Now here comes today, investigate the mind. Now how the mind is functions. See how impressive these teachings are. This is what's called Buddhism. This is how emptiness is. Now we understand how the emptiness is. Without knowing these analysis, just say emptiness is just a very vague idea. Mahamudra is just a vague idea. Something like floating, not real understanding. So yesterday we finished this, it's all mental projection. So there's the three things, First is, there's a scripture, authority, and then there's simile, and through your own experience. Simile says, appearance like a dream, illusion, or magical display, and so forth. This thus have object of outer fixations been shown not to have existence. Outside is not exists as we perceive. Explanation of the second one, that the mind of inner, now it's the mind, now it's come to the mind. The explanation of this, the second one, that the mind of inner grasping is non-existent. So this inner mind is not exist. First, now, that's the subject put here. Some solitary realizer and yogacharyas, mind-only school, assert that the mind of inner grasping actually exists as self-awareness and self-illumination. Illumination exists. If the mind is not exist, then you are going too far, they say. Then what's the experience of your suffering? What is the experience of your happiness? No basis. It's baseless. They argue that. So then here, now, say, let us see, say, what is exists. It's not just what we believe, but let us see how fast we go through, through the analysis. It says now here. Selfishness. Although it is asserted that way, there are three reasons why it does not exist. So we go through these three reasons why the mind does not exist. So it exists independently. or in its reality nature. Mind does not exist when examined through momentariness. Every momentary through that you examine how mind exists or not. 1. Mind does not exist since it has not been seen by anyone. If it exists, it should be seen by somebody else, but nobody's seen it. And since there are no objects, so now we prove the objects not exist, you see, through the dust particle analyzing. Even the dust particle does not exist. So because of that, this object is just, as mentioned, like a mirage. So through that, mind does not exist. So no mind exists. First, you see, is this self-aware or self-illuminating mind that has been asserted, found in one moment or in many moments. What do you say? Self-awareness, self-illumination. That mind exists in one moment or in many moments. This caution, you see. If it is found in one moment or in the collection of the many moments. See. First, say, if it is in one moment, if you say it just exists one moment, like this very moment, I know I have my mind in this moment. I see and I feel it, you say. No? Now here. Then that one moment is either divisible into 3 times or not. This very one moment, if that can be divided or not. It's a very sharp question here. Can it be divided or not? See now, look at this. If it is divisible into the 3 times, because there's a past, there's a future, there's now. If you say now, this very moment is also at the beginning, at the end. No, you say this very moment, there's front, there's a behind, there's a center. Or you say when you're walking like this, each step, say I'm just taking this moment step. This step moving is whatever's moved is past. It's not yet come, it's future. And this very movement, this very movement, this also can divide it into 3. Then it can be proved. There's no coming and going. No? Like this, you see. So that we need a very sharp mind, you see, to see that. See? If it is divisible into 3 times, then that one moment does not exist. See? So one moment is not exist because it can be divided into 3. And then there can be divided into more. This one moment is not exist. Now it is saying, since it has become many, no, it's not one moment, it's not exist. So there's no one moment. So we cannot prove, or the children mother, mind school cannot prove that one moment is exist. The precious jewel garland Nagarjuna says, just as movement has an end, likewise one should investigate its beginning and the middle too. No? If there's one behind one, say, past or future yet to come, there's a past, there's a middle. So, therefore, since a single moment has become 3, so this which is a single moment, it becomes 3 when you divide. The world does not remain in one single moment. So because the world does not remain in one single moment. that not only mind, you can also set the outside as well. It's not exists. However, if a movement cannot be divided, however, if a movement cannot be divided into the 3 times, then that movement becomes non-existent. See? Therefore, since one movement does not exist, the mind is also non-existent. So now we should divide the mind or outside both. Now divide into movement to movement, that each movement is divided and divided. At the end, there's nothing you can find. No? From that reasoning, you can see we cannot find this exist. It's not just a belief, it's how empirically go through and just now look at it. Now, sir, the asserting, so one moment is exists, there is a refuted. It proved it's not exist. And now, if one says there are many movements, now, oh yes, now there's no one is exists, but there's many movements, say, no? There's a 3, then 6, there's so many movements, you say, no? If a single movement existed, then it would be right to say that many movements exist by accumulating ones, you see. If this one movement exists, then collection of the many ones, you can say many movement. But in first place, that one movement does not exist. So without one, how you can say many? First there in the house you should have one person. Then many one becomes a group, you know. Without one, then how you can say many? It's illogical. Now I'm using my broken English here. So this sometimes, I wish I have a very nice translator. Maybe I can say a little better, But translator also need such a great sharp mind to translate this, It's not easy. So I said the once. So, but since a single movement does not exist, many movements are also non-existent. And since many movement does not exist, the mind is also non-existent. Now, these are analysis in the Nagarjuna's text. You see, the fundamental wisdom, the middle way of the fundamental wisdom. In that, the first chapter, second chapter, if you read, you can find very detail on this analysis. But the Gampopa here put just essence. We as a simple practitioner, but it's very important to have this kind of understanding, so that you have a confidence, you see, because through your own mental capacity, prove, can see directly that what we believe, self, soul, somewhere there, does not exist. So if you don't believe soul, then what happened, what will go, everything, then it's a false part, We are so then now upset about these things. But this is something through these analysis. As Bikin mentioned, if this exists, the two, from the relative point of view, from ultimate point of view. From the ultimate point of view, when you experience the enlightened nature, those great teachers should have seen, but they have not seen that. Through relative level, go through this analysis. Make sure you understood. Then you follow the path very comfortably. This is the purpose, you see. Now, to explain the second point, that the mind has not been seen by anyone. So the first, through the examining, through analysis, you don't find. Now, second, say, mind is not exist because you have not seen. Search for the so-called mind and see whether it abides outside the body, on my face, or on my hands, or outside my back, or front stomach, where it exists. Look at this. No. Or within, or inside my brain, or in my heart, or inside my all different organs where it exists. Investigate. Or in between, outside, inside. Look at this. Or above it or below. Investigate. Well means thoroughly. Yes, it's well means thoroughly. Investigate. What kind of form or color it has, the mind. What kind of color it has. Here form means like shape. What kind of shape it has. What kind of color it has. In this way, search until you are certain, you see, until you feel comfortable. Make sure, say, yes, I don't find it. You shouldn't say, I haven't found it. Still maybe, who knows, it's there, somewhere there. Search according to your teacher's instruction on how to vary your observation and so forth. Like this, you search. You meditate. Sometimes when you feel pain, so is my mind in the pain? Or sometimes there's a suffering. So where is my mind where the suffering is? Look at those, such. No. Don't find. If you have not found it or seen it through all means of searching, then there is not even a single sign of things to be seen. No. Seen. Not a color. No. Thing to be seen or color. It is not that you have not found or seen something which exists. So you have not found that which something you have not seen. I mean, you have not seen something that you have not found. You have not seen it because it not exists. The seeker itself, the seeker, which is the seeker itself? The seeker is the mind, isn't it? Seeker is the mind. And the sought is the mind. And the seeking, which are seeking, also is mind, are beyond the objects of intellect. Means beyond our analysis. Means it's not found. They are beyond expressions. It's called inexpressible. That's why. It's beyond our thought and knowledge. Therefore, it's not seen by searching everywhere. The Kashyapa requested sutra says, Buddha says, Kashyapa, the mind is not seen inside, outside, or nor between. Kashyapa, the mind cannot be investigated, see, cannot be shown. It's unsupported. There's no any foundation, no supported. It's non-appearing, cannot be perceived. It's non-abiding. It's abide nowhere. Say now. No. Kashyapa, the mind has not been seen. It's not has not been seen, is not seen, and will not be seen by all the Buddhas. Means everything is in their own nature, not seen. This is directly. Now this sometimes you may wonder, if you're not seeing that some great teacher sees your mind, what about that? You may ask question. That's the same thing outside world is also. We see the tree, we see the flowers, all this do we see. But then again, as earlier went through analysis, if you cannot find a dust, smallest dust particle exists independently, so because it does not exist. That's a saying. But it's not saying it's relatively not exist. That's what's called relative. It's not saying relatively mind is not exist. Relatively, yes, we have all those. But inherently, by itself, there's no any existence. So there's if you are not careful, so there's a danger to have what's called very distorted view. So all through this analysis, nothing exists, there's no virtue exists, there's no non-virtue exists, there's nothing exists, and this can become a wild. So then in that level, we have to look at our own minds, I want peace, happiness or not. If I don't need any happiness, whatever suffering comes, it doesn't bother me. In such case, it's okay, you become wild. But since that is not the case, we cherish peace and happiness. And we have aversion all the sufferings. So because of that relative level, we have to take care of the causes and conditions. See? Also, the fully holding the Holy Dharma Sutra says, therefore, mine is like straw, stuffing. What is stuffing?
It's like inside of a pillow.
Yes, so you make a mask, See, like a scarecrow, scarecrow, like those, those are stuffing. You put inside grass, all this, then it looks like a human being, So it's here, you see, he's saying, it's like a straw. Means you see the straw, you see the stuffing, but it says it's not real. It's not real as we perceive, Having fully understood that the mind is without existence, do not hold on it as having some core essence. Because it is empty by nature. Phenomena empty by nature do not exist. All adventitious phenomena have been shown to be of this nature. The wise one brilliantly annihilated the two extremes. See, eternity really exists, inherently exists. Does not exist. Inherently is not exist. At the same time, nihilist, nothing exists, is that also not true. So see, it cuts the two extremes. Annihilates two extremes. Relatively, this all functions because of causes and conditions. And trains in the middle way, see. Now train the mind in the middle way. Mind very clear. Source of peace, source of wisdom. So this is what is called middle way. Too much, too much. Anything is sometimes not healthy. And too little is also not healthy. Even like food, cloth, provision. When there's too much to take care of, then we just become so involved with that, and there's a suffering. When there's too little food, clothes, it's another extreme suffering. No, there's enough. Then just relax there. Be happy, rejoice. As well in meditation, when you're middle, calm, relax, there's the joy, there's the happiness. So middle, see? So train the mind in the middle way. That phenomena are empty by nature. It's the path of the soul. That is the path of enlightenment. That's how you're enlightened. That's how we can achieve the enlightenment. I have also shown this. So Buddha says, I'm showing this to you. This is how I achieved. Now I'm showing you this. Through this part, Buddha says, I'm free from all the suffering. This is what's called right view. You see now, understand? It's called right view. Maintaining that right view, sustaining that right view, is called meditation. See? And then keeping the conduct, pure moral conduct is conduct. So view, meditation, conduct, they all should support each other. No? When you have right view, then you have a perfect opportunity to meditate. When you have that good meditation, then your moral conduct is so pure, which supports your meditation. That's called Shila, Samadhi, Prajna. The three trainings. The unwavering Dhammadhatu Sutra says, all phenomena are inherently unborn. So that's what's called unborn. Now you understood? Unborn nature, see. By its nature, it's unborn. It's not saying in a relative level as other days mentioned. In relative level, we're not saying there's no growing tree, there's no mother gives the birth the child. We're not saying that. But on this analysis nature, there's neither one nor two. No? So within that, it's unborn. So look at the mind. All our mental activities are just manifest from emptiness. That's called manifesting from emptiness. It's not manifesting that because there's something exists. Non-abiding by nature, see. It's non-abiding by nature. It's not because of Buddha belief. It's not because of Buddha thought. But Buddha realized that, and then from that is explained. Free from all limitations of activities and actions, then all these elaborations are dissolved into that. And beyond the object of conceptual and non-conceptual thought, you see, there's neither to be concept, there's none to be concept. So beyond all this extreme, all these activities, that's called real freedom. Therefore, since the mind has not been seen by anyone, there is no benefit in saying that it is self-aware and self-eliminating. So it's not saying that we should not have this these words, but something believing that self-awareness something exists. Self-eliminating is something that exists. There is awareness, of course, but something, we believe that something, self-awareness exists. Engaging in the contact of bodhisattvas, Shantideva says, when it's not seen by anyone, that mind, then whether it is eliminating or not eliminating, it's like the graceful stance of a barren woman's child. Even to talk about it is meaningless. It's like a barren woman's child. You say, so barren woman's child is very graceful. The dances are so beautiful, It makes sense? See, like this, The Telopa says, Kyeho means hoi, listen to me. This is self-awareness wisdom, beyond the path of speech and not an object of the mind. He's pointing to Naropa in the sky like this. Kyeho, look at me. Look at the sky, pointing to the sky, So this is the self-awareness wisdom, beyond the path of speech. They cannot express. No, it's not an object of the mind. It's just you need to experience yourself. If it exists, something you can point, say, this is it. You can see here, look at here. But since that does not exist that way, so we just say it's inexpressible. That's where we need the meditation. See? Meditate. First, calm my mind. Need all the good conditions to discipline ourselves. The third one is, the explanation of the third, as has been explained above, since outer objects such as form and so forth have no existence, the mind of inner graspings also has not existence. The Sutra chapter showing the indivisible nature of the Dharma Dhatu says, realize step by step, see, we have to get used to it step by step, go through. Whether this mind is blue, so again looking at the mind, it's a blue, or mind is a yellow, red, white, russet, or the color of crystal. Is it pure, or mind is it pure or impure? Can it be called permanent or impermanent? So this is all a question, you see. Does it have a form or shape? Is it without form or with form? Since the mind is formless, so now he is saying, since mind is formless, cannot be shown, does not appear, is unobstructed, is imperceptible, does not abide within the body, without the body, nor in between the two. It is completely pure, fully non-existent. It has no little liberation, because it is the all-pervading elements. It pervades every phenomenon, yet it's not exist. So that's called imperceptible. It's amazing, isn't it? See, now, when you have a skill to look at this, it's amazing. It's fascinating. It not exists, yet it pervades. It looks like very contradictory, isn't it? Yet it is, of course, we have experience of happiness, experience of suffering, and we like to do this, we like to do that, all is there. But now, through scientific approach, go forward, deeper, meaning, then there's nothing to find. That's called like a straw, stuffing. This is called, it's everything's like the dream. It's really fascinating, amazing. That will give us really, how to release attachment, how to release aversion. There's nothing to attach. There's nothing to hate. To achieve the complete freedom. It's amazing, Look at this. Such a, Because these are the Jews of the teaching now, engaging in the contact of Bodhisattva says and the devil. When there's nothing knowable, means there's nothing object to know. The objects are non-existent. So it's saying, what's called knowing? What do you call this knowing? How then one can say, I know? This like people who like suppose them who's telling lie one after another, and somebody proves that he lied all this says, oh, I did it. It's kind of speechless, It's embarrassing, like this. We work so hard that something exists, and we just continuously make efforts one after another. When you see there's nothing to achieve, they say, oh, okay. Then you say, then you know how to create all the good causalities. Practice bodhicitta. Tend your mind yourself. Tend your own mind. Meditate on this. Practice on this. Step by step as mission. Follow this path in the middle way. This will come later more, And since knowledge does not exist, it is certain there's no consciousness, means there's no object. When there's no object, there's no mind to project that. Just for example, since we have no horn on our head, so there's no mind to project it. If I have a horn on my head, then you all can say, there's a horn on his head. This horn is this long, this color, and how many wrinkles there, But since there's no horn on my head, you have no mind to project, isn't it? So look at this, when everything dust, all things dissolve into dust particle, that dissolve into emptiness. There's no object to project. When there's no object to project, how you can see this mind? The mind itself not exists, past, present, future as well. No color, no shape. It's just this illusion. Okay, see. Now, this shows that the mind of inner grasping does not exist. In this way, grasping the existence of things is refuted. So now we are refuting the self of the phenomena. The phenomena self is not exist as we perceive.